layers to ignore. See how it's not cellular? There's no nuclei anywhere. That's just a bunch of mucus sitting there in the esophagus. So then we're going to start with what cell layer?
Stratified
Stratified squamous. Okay, so let's think about this. The tongue, you're going to eat stratified squamous. You're going to swallow stuff down, stratified squamous. And the trachea, we have to have the PSECE because we're trying to filter stuff back out.
It has some.
Pseudo-stratified, ciliate.
Yes, ciliate.
Okay, stuff. But stratified squamous is there because things you swallow down may not be so smooth. Got some rough stuff that takes away some of these layer parts, so we need protection here. So stratified squamous. Right underneath that is the lamina propria, and then something that's called the muscularis mucosa layer. So I'm going to have to go into a higher magnification to see that separation, but they're both right here. But I'm gonna have to go up to another magnification to see it. So directly underneath the stratified squamous is again lamina propria, and then to the outside of that, muscularis mucosa.
So that darkest part is the stratified squamous?
Yes.
Okay.
All of this is stratified squamous. One of many layers.
And then the lining right after it?
The lamina propria, and then the muscularis mucosa. All of those three structures make up the mucosa layer. So if it's asked for what layer is this, and a choice is mucosa, that's what you choose. To the outside of that is the submucosa. So the submucosal layer on most of these slides is going to look like absolutely nothing. You don't have to know and recognize blood vessels in it. You just have to know that that's the layer. So in here, we really see the submucosal layer starting right here and then going up that way. So again, it looks very much like nothing's in there. The next layer that we have is muscularis externa layer. It has two different muscle layers in there. You have the circular and the longitudinal. The circular looks like it's making big circles around the lumen. It just keeps going around and around. It's the inside layer. The longitudinal layer is to the outside of that, so it's over here, and it looks like it's made up of little circles. Because the way it's cut, think of like a bunch of straws you have in your hand. Those are the ends of the straws you see, so the little circles. That's longitudinal because it's running the length of the esophagus. So circular is the circular layer of the muscularis externa, is the larger one on this one. And then the longitudinal layer of the muscularis externa is the smaller outer layer. So again, I'm going to go up in magnification a little bit more.
Want me to hold it? Oh, what happened? Oh.
Okay. So on the layers, on the layers of the mucosa, again from here out is what? Stratified squamous. Now in here again, it's going to be very close as to which one it is. So right hugging that basement membrane of the stratified squamous right here is the lamina propria. And then you have these kind of sections here. That's your muscularis mucosa layer.
Just like the chunks outside of the.
Yes. So stratified squamous, lamina propria, hugging that layer, and then to the outside, and chunks of muscle, muscularis mucosa layer. And then what would all this be here?
Muscularis.
Circular.
No, not the circular one, it's the.
Submucosa.
mucosa.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm sorry.
Submucosa. Yeah, I think my computer's getting it. Okay, so here you might be able to see a little bit better at the difference between the circular and longitudinal layers of the muscularis externa. So right here is the separation between the two. So all of this is circular,
Yeah.
circular,
Muscularis.
longitudinal,
Longitudinal.
looks like circles. So the circular layer makes big circles around the lumen, longitudinal makes these little circles.
Is the longitudinal layer adventitia?
No, the adventitia, thank you, is gonna be the layer to the outside, you can barely see it right here. Usually that layer, not high on the list of, hey, let's ask you about this. Because sometimes it's difficult to, in the field of view that we have, set it up that you see the outside of the layer. And sometimes you kind of need to know what organ it is to know what layer that is. And you can't get all of your one field of view.
Can you show me again, please?
What?
Longitudinal.
Longitudinal, right here,
The longitudinal looks.
circular.
The longitudinal looks like muscle units,
It's like what?
like units, like muscle units.
Okay.
I'll look at it on this one.
Section.
I got a good picture of what she's just saying.
So what was all this again?
Esophagus.
Esophagus.